I don't feel safe. I'll probably never feel safe, but that's just going to have to come with time. I hate that he'll never get to meet his grandchildren, but that's just the way it's going to have to be.
Our first case today is going to be Mr. Robin Allen. Mr. Allen, would you please give us your full name and DOC number?
Robin Allen.
And what's your DOC number, sir?
755-743.
Thank you very much. Let me explain our process to you. First, I'm going to read some information into the record, and then the board will conduct a parole interview with you. At the appropriate time, we'll allow the participants who've indicated they wish to speak and have input to speak. Your daughter, the victim's daughter, Amanda Covington, will be speaking today. At the end, you'll be allowed to make a brief statement before the board votes. Do you understand our process, sir?
Yes, sir.
This is the matter of Robin D. Allen, DOC number 755-743. Mr. Allen's date of birth is 5/4/1966. He's classified as a first offender. He has a parole eligibility date of April the 11th of 2021. He has an adjusted good time date of September 16th of 2026 and a full term date of May the 9th of 2027. He is currently serving 9 years in prison on an unauthorized entry of an inhabited dwelling and molestation of a juvenile. Mr. Allen, is all of that accurate?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Mr. Allen, your case has been assigned to Ms. Wise. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Would you please answer Ms. Wise's question?
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
How's it going?
I'm all right.
Good. How long you been in jail?
A little over 4 years.
So since 2018, 5/15 of 18, you locked up?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
No, actually, May. I come to jail in May.
Of 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what I said, 5/15 of 18.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. The records I have show that you're the father of 4 children. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the age of your children?
24, 24 or 25, which is Amanda.
Okay.
20. I'm sorry.
That's
30,
okay.
38, which is Victoria.
That's another girl. Okay.
And Kayla is 40.
Okay.
I want to say 41.
So you look like what, 16? Yeah, or something like that.
Yes, ma'am. Well, actually, Kayla will be 38. I'm sorry. And my son, which passed away, is 41.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear about the passing of your son. I didn't. Sorry
Yes,
to hear.
ma'am.
Okay, so you got 3 girls.
Yes, ma'am. He was 16 when his mother and I had him.
Okay. You were 16 now here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I was still in school.
Yeah, I did say, and you got married very young too, right?
I got married when I was 18.
Yeah, and the girl was 15 or 16.
My first wife, yes.
So how many times you been married?
Twice.
Twice. Okay, you been married twice. I don't need to tell you that your charges are very concerning.
Yes, ma'am.
And I see you went through a jury trial, so you really fought this charge.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, what have you been doing since you've been locked up these last 4 years?
I just, like I say, I've been talking to several people. I've been trying to take some classes, but during the time that I was in Bossier Max trying to take the classes, they told me I had the open charge, which is the uninhabited of dwelling.
Yes.
And so I went for my interviews and everything. And then a couple of weeks later, they come and told me that I wasn't eligible because I still had the open charge.
What is that open charge with the sheriff's office?
It was uninhabited dwelling. I don't have no more charges. I'm not supposed to.
Okay, did they just haven't cleared the system? That's what I was wondering. I couldn't find it
Right.
in your criminal
Right.
history. They
I
just
was,
needed, go ahead.
I'm not supposed to have no more open charges. I had one that was video voyeurism, but it got thrown out whenever I took the plea on the last charge.
Okay. Yeah, they are showing us still you got a detainer with the sheriff's office, but I couldn't find any pending charges. So yeah, we just get that cleared out. I see that you indicated that you are disabled because of I had never seen this before, diabetes stage 2.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
pretty tell me about that stage 2. I never heard it like that.
It's just I really don't know how to explain it other than the fact that I have a lot of neuropathy and gout and stuff in my legs.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, I had to go to the hospital for a few days here a month or so ago because it got so bad.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. So I'm sure they monitor you with your medication. They're doing all they can.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you you were not on disability when you
No,
were
ma'am.
arrested. Okay, this is something that's declined over the last 4 years.
Right.
Oh, yes, okay. But sir, through no fault of yours, you have not had the opportunity to take the sex offender treatment program. Have you written to try to get moved somewhere where you could take it?
Well, I've been writing letters to try to. I thought they had that here, but I haven't had no answers yet.
That's fine. All you can do is what you can do, and that's why I was asking. Did had you written to try to do it?
Yes,
And that's
ma'am.
all you can do is what you can do. But do you recognize that you need it? You need
Yes,
some
ma'am, I do.
that area.
Yes, ma'am, I do. I tried to take it in Bossier also, and at the time they said I couldn't take it. I don't know. I mean,
I don't understand, and that was the best place to take it. I don't understand what's going on either. But we will ask classification and research that detained and doing get that thing moved off the record. It's not in the current record either. Because I really
well, like I say, if just possible, I'm able to make parole. I know they have classes that you can attend out on the street, and I'd be more than willing to do anything that y'all ask me to do in order to.
Whenever you do get out, which
Yes,
is
ma'am.
2026, you're going to be required to take classes. That's automatic.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm glad to hear that you're agreeing to do it. It makes it a lot easier.
Right.
And there were some indications that you were violated as a child. So that could be addressed in treatment as well.
Yes, ma'am.
The whole person, not only what you did to somebody else, but what was done to you. And make sure you bring it up whenever you get an opportunity.
Yes,
Thank you for answering my questions. That's all I had, Jim.
yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Allen. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. How are you doing?
That's good. You indicated that you need sex offender treatment. Is that correct?
Pardon me?
You said that you think you need sex offender treatment. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us why you believe you need sex offender treatment.
Well, one, I feel like I've talked to a couple of guys that have been through what I've been through and have done what I've done. And, being in jail, you get a chance to talk to different people like that. And they told me that it benefited them in order to help keep their head clear and make them recognize what they've done wrong. And since I've talked to people and, been down here to where really I had no outside views to talk to anyone, all I've had is the people in jail, other than my immediate family. They've made me realize that what I've done is serious and very wrong. And I apologize. There's nothing I can do to back it up and take it back, but I can assure you that anything like this will never happen again. And to my daughter and my victim, I want to send 1,000,000 apologies. I mean, there's nothing I can do to make her accept my apology other than just to let her know how deeply sorrowed I am for what I've done. And I was in denial for a long time. And I don't know how to explain it other than just to say I was very, very wrong. And I have no way of apologizing other than just to say face to face, I apologize deepest to my heart. Because that really is not the type person I am. But her mother also knows I had a bad drinking problem back then that I hid a lot. And with that being said, I'm trying to also not just take these classes. I want to take some kind of Alcoholic Anonymous class or whatever it would take, to help me and help myself. Because it took a long time for me to realize how wrong it is. But I do recognize now that I have that problem. And God knows I want to do everything I can to change it.
Glad to hear you say that, because as I was reading your file and your interview with the police at the time that this happened, clearly you weren't accepting responsibility. And I think you used the term you were in denial. So I'm glad to hear that you have made some progress in that area, that you acknowledge what you did.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
how wrong it was. Have you had a chance to think about how your actions might have affected your daughter?
Yes, ma'am, I have. And that's why I say I'm deeply sorrowed, because I can tell you, I probably got one of the best daughters in the world. She's kind-hearted. She's good. She'll do anything for anyone. She's, as far as I know, has never hurt no one. And I laid here in jail as a grown man, hiding behind walls because you can't let the guys in here see how weak you are. But I've cried day after day thinking about what I done and how wrong I was, knowing how good of a person she is. And it's just, it tears me up inside to know what I done. But I mean, there's nothing I can do to change that other than to change who I am and what I am today. I can't go back and change the past. I wish I could. It never would have happened. But I just, I want her to know how sorrow I am. And I wish to God I'd have never done nothing like this.
I know you haven't had a chance to take any sex offender classes, and I think, we all agree that that's necessary. Have you taken any substance abuse classes? Have you?
Ma'am, I have to be honest, I have took no classes at all.
Is that because of where you've been housed?
Well, I'd have to say yes, because I wrote letters and they don't have computer here. You have to put it on paper. And in Bossier, it'll show a few times that I did try to enroll in different classes on computer. But here, all I have is paperwork to back that up.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Ms. Terrell. I appreciate talking with you. That's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. We'll now hear from the opposition, Ms. Amanda Covington. Ms. Covington, if you will introduce yourself and tell us what you'd like us to know.
I'm Amanda Covington. I don't want him out until it's time for him to be out. I don't feel safe. I'll probably never feel safe, but that's just gonna have to come with time. I know what he said, and I can't accept it at this time. So, I mean, maybe in the future I will be able to, but I've been lied to multiple times, and I've gave him chance after chance, and he's just blown it. So it's just going to take time. I hate that he'll never get to meet his grandchildren, but that's just the way it's going to have to be.
Wow, what a brave young woman to advocate for herself, to stand up to her perpetrator, and to make it worse, it's her dad. They actually went to trial, in which she went into further detail, but due to YouTube guidelines, I can't post it, but I'll definitely leave a link in the description box to where you can read the report yourself. But I just wanted to extend my admiration to this young woman because she did stand up to her dad. She tried to extend some grace towards him, in which he callously dismissed it. But this go round, she chooses herself. She chooses her own healing, and I applaud her.
Thank you, Ms. Covington. I appreciate the courage for you being here and the things that. Mr. Allen, is there anything you'd like to say before the panel votes?
Sir, I'm just, like I say, all I can greet y'all with is how deeply sorrowed I am, and to let you know that I do have a support group that I didn't realize in my paperwork when I read it, because I'm dyslexic, that they could have been here. The way I read my paperwork was, I thought the only people that could be here today was the people that came to court with me, which was no one. But I have a huge support group, and I can give you a name that you can call, and he will verify that I do have a strong support group, which is also in law enforcement. And, you know, I understand if she says she can't forgive me right now, I can't blame her for what I've done. And she's right. I have broken promise after promise, and she's helped me get jobs. She's helped me do several things. And me being just who I was at the time, I broke her heart by quitting my job and doing other things that, you know, being selfish. I'll be honest, I was being selfish. I don't want to be selfish no more. And I don't want to be the person I was. And I just, you know, I want to try to be someone that she could look back on and say, my daddy has changed, and I'm proud of him. If she don't want to be a part of my life, I can understand that, and I respect that. I'll say this, she knows where my house is. I don't have a phone no more. And probably as far as a cell phone, I'll never have. I'll have a landline when I get out, but I'll never have another cell phone. But she knows where my house is. I was raised there my whole life. If she ever wants to drop a letter or come by and say, Daddy, we need to talk, I will be more than happy. I would be grateful to be able to do that. But I will not cross boundaries by trying to get in her touch with her in any kind of way, shape, form, fashion, through anyone or anything. I will give her that time to come to me. And if it means me getting out and taking classes out there, I don't know where to go to, but I know I'll be on parole, and the parole board can recommend me a class and a building to go to take whatever class it is they feel that I need. And I promise you, I will 100% dedicate my life to going to those classes, going to wherever it is, alcoholic, whatever it is I need. And I'll stand behind that 100%, and I'll beg to come back to jail the first day I don't do it. Because I promise you, I want to change my life so bad that it's ungodly.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. We appreciate your comments, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm ready to
Ms.
go.
Wise?
I too just want to extend my, good thoughts to Amanda for your courage today and for what you said. You're doing well. You really are doing well. And I just appreciate your presence today. Mr. Allen, for me, because you have not had any sex offender treatment, and the law enforcement opposition and the victim opposition, and then what was revealed in the interview, you need substance abuse treatment. And you have an 8th grade education, you need more education. For those reasons, my vote is denied. I'm gonna make a notation to file that you get moved somewhere where those services can be provided to you. And entertainment can get moved off your record, and maybe we can get you moved somewhere where you can get the help you need. Because I appreciate your eagerness to get help. That is my vote.
Thank you, Ms. Watson. Ms. Jackson?
Yeah. Amanda, I hope you find some healing. I can't imagine the trauma that you experienced, and I hope you find healing from that. Mr. Allen, I do appreciate the comments that you made today. They were contrary to what you said initially when all this happened. So obviously, you've now taken responsibility and you recognize that there's some serious things that you need to work on, and I can see that you're motivated to do that. But I think that the best place for you to get the services that you need is within the Department of Corrections. So my vote today would be to deny, but recommend you being transferred to another facility where you can have both sex offender and substance abuse treatment programs. I think you need that. I think you recognize you need that. And I think that that will go a long way in helping, perhaps in one day, repairing the relationships that you've been in your life. But my vote today is to deny, but we will do everything we can to get you sent to a facility where you can take those necessary classes.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Mr. Allen, you have 2 votes to deny your parole. My vote is likewise to do the same for the same reasons as expressed by my colleagues. I want to commend you for your decision and request to get treatment, both substance abuse as well as sex offender treatment. So we'll make a recommendation that you get transferred to a facility that will allow you to get that treatment for you. So good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
The time is 9:09. We'll be closed out in Kennesaw Parish. Thank you very much for the help there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.